What I'm standing in front of today is no ordinary Ford F-150. Now, I understand that it may look a lot like an F-150, and to be honest, it really is an F-150. But what's different about this specific truck is that it's an SVT Lightning. Basically, what this means is that under the hood, it's not an ordinary Ford V8. Instead, it's their special vehicle team's version of their 5.4 Triton, which has an SVT supercharger and a ton of other tiny modifications that make this truck a true street performance machine. Today, I want to take a look under the hood with you and tell you exactly what makes this truck so spectacular and so unique. At first glance, this may seem a lot like a normal F-150 on the exterior, and to an extent, you'd be right. The difference, though, is that this truck has been significantly lowered on SVT suspension and Bilstein dampers to make it ride much more smoothly, handle much more quickly, and be an altogether more agile truck. Additionally, there have been a number of body panel changes, including the bumpers, the side skirts, and this aftermarket hood that make it completely different and much more aggressive looking than the standard model F-150. I can't have a performance truck here and not talk a little bit about what's under the hood. As I mentioned before, this is a 5.4 liter V8 motor that's been supercharged by SVT to produce about 380 horsepower and 450 pound-feet of torque. This one, though, has had a few aftermarket modifications, including an aftermarket breather filter, a K&N cold air intake, and a couple other small bits and pieces that make this truck just that much better. Now, it would also be foolish of me to leave out some other key details to this truck that make it truly special. First off, these side exit exhausts, which are standard on all Ford Lightnings, are actually modified and produce a fantastic note that, as always, I'll have later for you in the video. More importantly, though, these 20-inch SVE aftermarket rims make this truck look fantastic, and the black really stands out against the extremely rare silver paint. Now, it's only fair that I tell you a little bit more about the history of this truck and why this paint color is so special. Ford only produced a very limited quantity of these trucks, about 28,000 in total, and only about 4,000 of them actually received this color paint. In other words, it's extremely rare, and quite honestly, it's one of the best looking paints on this truck in my personal opinion. Taking a closer look at the interior, you'll notice that it's just as decked out inside as it is outside. Behind me, I have SVT cloth bucket seats, and in front of me, I have SVT gauges that are unique to this truck. There's also some aftermarket things that have been done as well, including aftermarket pillar gauges that show boost pressure and air-to-fuel ratio. To finish out this review, I have a couple closing things that I'd like to say. First off, this truck actually was supposed to have a cousin made in the Ford Expedition platform called the Thunder. Sadly, that never went into production due to some logistical errors, but honestly, that would have been a fantastic complement to this truck. Additionally, this truck is currently for sale at RPM Garage right now for about $19,991, and I cannot recommend enough coming and taking a look. I want to thank every one of you for watching, taking a moment to enjoy this video, and I hope all of you will like, subscribe, and maybe even share it with a friend.